gamers, 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 gamers. That's not, there it is. There's the game. Hello! Welcome, one and all. Oh, let me bring up chat. To my gamer stream. I am Patrick Klepek, true gamer. And I'm here with my daily run of Dead Cells. This is a feature called One More Run, which, if you've been watching, has only been one run every day because I keep having really good runs. So we've been playing since last Friday. We're playing all week long. This is in replacement of Hot Mic Mornings. I'm playing Dead Cells every day, sort of a feature that is in theme with Spelunking with Scoops and other features I've done where I play a game for the first time with an audience and we try and grind through it and figure it out together. So that's what we're going to keep doing. We're jumping back into Dead Cells. We had a great run on Friday. We had a great run on Monday. We had a great run on Tuesday. Now we made it all the way, what I think is the final stage. In Dead Cells yesterday, and then I made a fatal mistake. I don't know if I'd call it a mistake. I entered a room that unlocked an elite enemy that I was not prepared for. I still managed to almost beat them, and had I managed to use one vial, I think I could have scrummed my way through it, but it was not to be. Oh hell yeah, let's start with an ice bro. So, it didn't happen. But that's okay. We had just a really ridiculous setup yesterday. We had items that had us, we were taking a damage reduction of 80%. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think that might cause some problems with, you know, going through the tower stage. We'll see. It's weird. This morning I can't talk about it, but I was playing an hour or so of Guacamelee 2. Between that, Hollow Knight, and this here Dead Cells, playing like all these different Metroidvania style games that have like subtle differences between them, but I keep forgetting them as I'm playing them. Yeah, that's probably worth it even this one. I do think it's feels like a good sign when I'm starting with the ice bow. So one of the things I unlocked on the last run was to start getting different bows. They call them starter bows. So basically when you start the game, you get a random drop that is not just a regular bow. I don't know if you get, it's probably just like a, you can't get like a special, right? Like you couldn't get a legendary drop to begin with, would be my guess. So these are all primary weapons, and I'm gonna stick with what I've got for now. think I'd rather have that bow. Ooh, Alright, well, alright, so starting off with a brutality build in which ice is a big part of it. This is the, oh, okay, sure. Ice bow. Shot pierces the first target. Great. That's awesome. That's a really good perk to get right off the bat. Basically, that piercing means that it'll go through an enemy. So because it's an ice bow, it means it'll freeze 2 enemies. So you see, it took out both of those. Piercing is just a really nice. Firebrands. Burns enemies and the ground. I guess I could try something different, right? A little bit of fire and ice, a little Game of Thrones. I'm really not sure how those do or don't complement each other. Let's see. So yesterday we went through the Promenade of the Condemned. I guess we should do the sewers today. Just kind of. Hi. So I want to invest. So I'm going to back off the Health Flask 3, and I want to invest in random melee weapon. Like that's part of a long-term. Let's see what we got here. Burns enemies in the ground. So that's just already there. So there's no reason not to. 165% damage to a frozen target. That seems like all right, given the build that I have here. I'm gonna keep my ice bow 2 with the piercer. Freezes is already. There's no modifier on ice grenade. Victims emit a toxic cloud. So now, if I hit, so we'll see how the build is building. So right, so I got an ice bow, which can pierce 2 targets, and now I can do nearly 2% damage to a frozen target. So even though I got rid of the ice bow, kept an ice grenade. If I got rid of the ice grenade, I have. I need my mutagen. I'm definitely someone that goes with a lot of ice-based weapons. I've found that their ability to sort of like give you a chance to better control the situation to be super useful. Also, this is just like a weird combo, right? So, if, you know, what we're trying to do is to try different weapon types. You know, this is 100% me trying a different weapon type. Definitely seems like this does enough damage that like a lot of the time you can just sort of like move on. You kind of watch the build sort of take care of the enemy. see how much damage is getting done. Just by virtue of... My guess is the key to like hitting time gates, which I was trying to kind of do here. Again, I'm not worried about damage with the got I guess if you wanted to hit the time gate, you actually what? I think this is secret. You probably just want to run through the area. Just not actually attack anyone. Just make sure you find it. Because at this point, I think it's probably already locked for me in this area. Victims emit a toxic cloud. Okay, both. Causes bleeding. I'm just gonna go with both. Dual grenades at the moment. So in a previous run, I helped this dude out. Huh. Is that something that continues to play out? What is the image? Let's go with... it's a green. I guess it could go with a green and red build. Not necessarily have to commit this early. Of course. Love to get cursed. Alright, colorless. We'll trap 3. So that brings us back. 20% damage taken. That's fine. I can re-roll that. Okay. Alright. I've not done... the curse in this area. So... these are actually useful enemies to have. These are curses. Oh, no. Okay, let's mark that elite there. We'll have to come back. I can take out the elite, I cannot guarantee that I'm not gonna get hit on my way to doing that. To reset. Got it. Curse lifted. Alright, let's go fight that elite before we forget about him. Before we forget about elite. Oh, I'm also realizing with my wolf trap. Oh, that skull you can't reroll. You're just stuck with a 20% extra damage taken if you want to keep that. So. Got it. Minus 10 damage to you. The damage you take is inflicted on the enemy. Yo, that seems alright. Ramparts. I might as well just keep exploring because it's not like I can get the time gate here anyway. I mean, I guess I could get the time gate in the next one, but I'm not so worried about that stuff at the moment. I'm not sure I'm gonna stick with this firebrand. I don't like the fact that I can't hit anyone with it. Alright, and that's where the wolf trap is. It's colorless though. What? Colorless drop. Frost blast. Freezes enemies in front of you. No damage to the target is already frozen. Colorless. Enemies hit with this will thaw more slowly. 100% damage to a burning target. Slow down after thaw 4x longer. Seems like that's worth replacing the ice bow with. I mean, I like the shot piercing, but the ice frost blast goes through multiple enemies. It's colorless, which means it'll scale with red. It's got that burning. It's got that burning. Real good. Ooh, whoop. Ooh, whoop. That's right, it doesn't do additional damage. So at this point, this would be like, you know, if I would decide I wanted to keep this long term, I want to think about getting rid of. Like, I'm not super psyched at how things currently stand. I don't feel like there's a great amount of synergy between items at the moment. Ow. But this is a nice combo, right? Like if I had a good sword that did like freezing damage. How did I make it through all this level and never find the time gate? What the heck just happened? This never happened to me before. That's not a real chest. Fake chest. A bunch of garbage. Nothing? Usually you get something. Grimoire. Mushrooms. I looked at both these. Name. Chat said I missed a blueprint. Okay, I'm gonna switch to fire because I'm gonna want to get rid of this. Alright, I'll go back. Ah, look at that. Valmont's Whip. Rare blueprint required. Wow, gee golly. Wouldn't want to miss a rare blueprint. Thanks, chat. Sewers, I think that's everything, right? No, not quite. Oh, then this is new, right? Ancient Sewers is not a place I've gone to before. Also, still like to point out, I have not found the time gate. Oh, I can't go up there. Okay, let's go to the Ancient Sewers. Let's go somewhere new. Ice Shard slows down enemies, inflicts critical damage on targets in water or covered in oil. Seems alright. Almost there on a random melee weapon. Could use a different melee weapon, honestly. No, we're gonna hold on to this. Hold on to this. Hold on to this. Well, victims emit a toxic cloud, right? That presumes, right? So it has to kill them in order for the perk to unlock, right? So ice grenade, if I'm primarily using it to freeze people, it's not doing a lot of damage. It inflicts damage, 70 damage for 5 seconds. It's not nothing. Yeah, so I don't think that's necessarily all that great. I mean, Forge. Enemies hit by this will fall more slowly. Sure, slow down for thought attacks for it. That seems fine. I guess having that perk where you come back from the dead would have been useful in my last run. Alright, so this is a new area. Brand new. Ooh. Okay. What's up? I don't need sub-weapons. I need better regular weapons. Oh, gee, whoa, 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 buddy. Yeah, alright, so there are some problems with some of these enemies, because this firebrand is extremely slow. Give me that money. Alright, so far this area, I think my favorite level, or sort of area in the game so far has definitely been the clock tower. It's got the best music, some of the best enemies. I have fond memories of impaling people there. Give me a decent weapon. Yes! Assassin's Dagger 4! Looks a critical when you stab your enemy in the back. I love dodging. 50% damage to a poisoned target. That's fine. We can get ourselves a new perk. Okay. Now we're in business, I think. Hell yeah, look at that. Does a mushroom have a back? So my frozen stuff is going to come in handy here. So is my pro dodging skills. Oh, this is assassin's dagger seems. All right. Why was I getting hurt by this? Yum in my tum. Oh. So is that stuff like... Is that, like, you know, warning me? Is that like foreshadowing of something that could happen later? Is that just like weird and just environmental storytelling? Is that an impaler? How do I... Oh, I can't get up there! I don't have whatever the double jump skill is! My weapon. My sweet, sweet impaler weapon. So can't get up there. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Nope. I was about to say that the item you needed to double jump was going to be in this area, but... 5% damage received. Same thing. Nope. Reset. This is a new area, though. And theoretically, if the game... Look at... Oh, son of a... Recovered. I guess I don't know if every area has a new... Also, no time to gate run. I've not run into a single one. I mean, whatever. It's fine. But it's just a little odd. Maybe I just missed them. I guess that's not actually anything. Oh, come on. Pro jumps. I don't know how much of this area I have left. I guess there's probably enough for there's 10 enemies, right? Like, can you still be cursed when you go to a boss? Or are you just, like, stuck with that curse? I already did one curse. I did one curse. I'm afraid there's not going to be enough enemies. I don't know how. I guess that would have been fine. Oh well. In fact, I probably would have just eliminated it right here in this room. But those, you know, those mushrooms give me pause. Those are the ones things that would have given me any sort of problem. The exit. Still can't get that. That should be fine. I also want that rune drop. Get it? No. Damage you take is inflicted on the enemy. Minus 10 damage. Minus 10 damage to this one. 2 extra jumps in mid-air. That seems cool. Downward smash attacks burn the ground. That seems great. That seems way more useful than damage received. Now, I do go brutality down 1, but that's fine. Let's see how this works. 1, 2, 3. So you don't continue to go up. That's a lot of jumps. So you only get one actual. So you see, jump. It just kind of hovers you in place. Hey, what's up? Crossbow. It's the shotgun bow, which I didn't really care for. Blood sword. Causes bleeding. Blood sword 4. I think I'm gonna stick with the assassins. And that's a hammer, which I haven't used, but I've never used the dagger, so I don't necessarily have to use. Despite the fact that I'm trying to switch up weapons as often as possible, I don't feel like I'm obligated to do that in a position where I've just switched to the assassin's dagger. I feel like I'm already doing some switching up. So I think I've explored everything that I can. Can't get down there. Maybe I just maybe that's a smash room. It is. Nope. Can't get the impaler. I ran into the elite enemy, and I did not get a rune. I was hoping to get a rune to let me climb up things, but that didn't happen. I'm not going to be able to get this on the table. Alright. This requires whatever that is. It's not what I have. Alright, I think I'm out of here. If you look at the map, it's like, why didn't you go with that last chest? Well, it's a cursed chest, and I decided to punt on it. This is a new area. I was not deeply familiar with the enemy set, so I did it, and I did a cursed chest earlier. I'm not afraid of cursed chests. I am pro cursed chest. I think it's a much scarier proposition than it actually sounds. So I believe this is going to take us to a new boss then, too, right? Random melee weapon. Achieve. Boom! Oh, that's cool. So you can re-roll shops. Interesting. Starter shield, recycling, gold reserves. Wave of Denial repels all nearby enemies. Enemies thrown against a wall, it takes plus 46 damage. Wield sword douses the enemy with flammable oil. Ignores shields, inflicts a critical hit. The tip of the whip strikes the enemy. This seems pretty cool. I haven't tried whips really. I did the electric whip for a little while. All right, so poison is not part of our set, so we're gonna want to reforge this. And we might as well upgrade it at the same time. Critical hits deal 20% more damage, which is cool because that happens when you stab them in the back. Victim's burn is not a terrible one. And that fits within our fire grenade. So I'm getting a... So I think I'm gonna stick with that for now. And I think I'll just... Yeah, all these are good. All these are good. And then I think, yeah, we're gonna want DPS. And this won't help me on the boss, but it's okay. All right, new boss. Oh, I have to open it? Oh, all right. Great. Gamers in London. Someone in chat being like the cheese. Get the fuck out. This game is all taking advantage of what you got. I froze that man. I froze that eyeball in place. Took care of business. Tonic. Heavy crossbow 3L. That's a lot of DPS. Colorless. 100% damage for the enemies, but 100% damage taken. 50% damage to a poison target. Shot pierces all enemies. But heavy crossbow is this. Like, I'll show you. And I just don't. It's too slow. So. I'd much rather have the frost. Give me that, whatever that relic is. The curse of that, the 100% damage, is pretty much makes that thing unwieldy for me. That's where I don't want to mess with it. Double cross-o-matic. Shoots. Okay. What is this? Ignore shields, critical hit, tip of the wit strikes the enemy. I mean, I'm gonna stick with what I got, but. Plus, that one's a purple. Purple is not part of this build. Okay, let's slumber into the sanctuary. I don't know what voice that was. It's the voice of the gamers. What was that boy doing? Oh, look at that boy. 6, but I should be brutality. So this is open somewhere else. You want like survival, like green holding back, like 2 or 3 levels behind brutality. Okay. Ow! Whoa! That whip attack is no joke. Crits that you do are just ridiculous. Fire grenade 5! Oh, I get to keep! So I get to upgrade. Minus 10 damage received. And I get to keep my, my biting worms. Hell yeah. Arrows stuck in enemies come back. That doesn't really help me, but whatever. That's fine. Those worms are very useful. They like seem like a jokey upgrade, but they're 100% super useful. Alright, next one will go to survival. Oh, I Rune! What is it? It was a spider on the crawling walls! Yes! Woo! Heck yeah! Oh, look at the boy climb! I also forgot that. Is that on a cooldown? Downward smash is burn the ground. You just have you have to be at like a certain height. This is extremely good. What did I just activate? Should I have activated anything? It seems like maybe that was I've made everyone angry. It turned the place red. Oh, those statues are now alive. Oh no. Fuck, man. This is no good. Ooh. Ooh. What? Jesus! Just get out of... Ah! Ah! I feel like I should have explored this place much further before doing this. No way. Not a chance in hell. Sapphire Amulet. Minus 10 damage received. Brutality and survival +1. An extra jump in midair. Get gold as well as a cell. Two extra jumps in midair. Downward attacks burn the ground. So I sacrifice the second extra jump, which I think I can probably live without. Downward attacks burn the ground, but it's not like every downward attack, right? So it's like, even if I do the double jump, it doesn't get me enough, right? Like you have to be up here to get the burn the ground. But I think that is useful. I think I'm gonna stick with it. Guys are very scary. I don't like them at all. This place is very scary. Oh, come on! That's horse shit. That's cheap. That's cheap. That's just cheap. No, I'm not gonna fight that elite. Twin daggers. No, I Okay, so I could leave. I can leave. I have found the exit. I do a lot of Frozen. I am gonna stick with what I got. Forgot about that. Forgot that that boy punishes you for trying to run away. That's a really good thing for an enemy to have, especially a scary one like that. Alright, do I even want to keep exploring? Probably, right? I mean, I've got an out. I've got full health. I should probably see if there's anything else here. I don't think it's weird and cool that there's this strange future robot world in the game. I mean, I don't know anything about the lore of this game. I don't really care if it links up thematically or not. It just looks really cool. See, it's worth continuing to explore for this stuff. Like, at least until I become deeply nervous that I wouldn't be able to make it out. And I just go back to teleporter and follow my life. Alright, see, look, I didn't find the normal chest. No, DOS. Double crossbow magic. Alright, that's not. It's purple. I haven't invested anything in purple, so. Even if it was an incredible item, it would not fit in. I mean, now that you can't incorporate items that are not part of your stat stack into your play, I think I had the ice bow that I put into my stack, even though that was a tactics one. And I was okay with that because of what I was getting out of it. Got him. That guy's not that hard when you have infinite crits. Wish I could shake them from the tree. I guess you sort of could there. These are wings of the crow. Oh, so I can go either way. I can go to the clock tower or forgotten sepulcher. Alright, one last area. I forget what the forgotten clock tower we did yesterday contributed to a pretty good run. I don't know how to pronounce sepulchral? Sepulchral or sep? I don't know. Austin, teach us. How do words work? Nothing. Wall. Grimoire. Not much luck with these. I fought the clock tower boss. It was not fun. Yes, it was. I beat him really easily, and I whooped his ass. I don't think I would have nearly as good of a time with this build. Huh, chat. Clock tower, or do we forget? Which one? Choose your fate. Choose my fate. Is forget new? Oh, I didn't know it was new. Okay, yeah, always new. I thought I did this one before. The lantern place. This place sucks. Why would you have... Oh, I didn't beat it, though. That's right. I didn't finish it. This place blows. Why would we go to this place? Heals 69 and fully protects you for 4 seconds is an upgrade? Is rather a power? What? Oh, this sounds good. We stick with what we got. Dreamgazer points out the tonic is only applicable once per level, which makes sense because otherwise you could just sit there and spam your health full, which would be weird. So it's basically just like an added. I don't know if I should upgrade the red. The swarm of worms is very nice, and I don't have that on a different one. I could try and get it back. The arrows doesn't help me. I guess I have so much money that I could just keep rerolling and hope I get it back. Victims freeze. Yeah, it's minus 20 damage received, so. Or minus a quarter. Generates a shield. When used, a swarm of biting worms crawls from your victims. Thank you. Bing. Alright, well, I'm not psyched about this area. I think chat is actually full of monsters that took advantage of the fact that I forgot what this area was. What if I just don't? Let's see what this is. Nightlight. Wow, lights up your path. Generates a toxic cloud around the trap. Burns the ground around you. Couldn't you theoretically bring this with you? If you didn't want to, then you don't want to keep it at the end of the area. You could just bring it back. Right? Like I could just... I'm sure there's a teleporter right here. But it's 120-second cooldown, so it's 2 minutes. Let's see how it works. Oh, and it's not, it doesn't even stick around forever. Whatever, I had the money. It just makes a temporary lantern. If I die in this area, I don't think it's going to become because of that reason. Oh, I finally come across another, like my very first one. Remember that light. So these ones never go out. Those other ones go out. So these are the only ones that are safe. Duplex bow. The Betrayal of Flames. Shot pierces the first target. They're both purples, so. Alright, so we both have to be aggressive and cautious in this area. Is kind of the name of the game. Okay, come back for that. Saying, why am I not talking? Because I'm focused on playing this video game. This area is scary. Love to have teleports right next to each other. Crypt key. Okay. That's good, that's good, that's good. That gets me into that area. I don't know if the crypt key is required or if that's an optional thing. Did I miss the scroll? I did. Glad the game marks that stuff for you. Also, someone mentioned in the chat that if you turn on the Twitch integration, that people can spam the screen, and the game will then show you that you've missed something, so that the chat can tell you if like you've forgotten a blueprint or something. Which that's like a really neat implementation of community. All right, so I could go left, but I'm going to continue going right. It's more important to me to work on finding the exit. Moving. Grooving. Alright, second crypt key, which that feels good. So the reason I'm going back to the light is that it resets every time you hit back. So I'm just being overly cautious as I make my way. touch it. Back. Reset it. Okay. So I still have that place over to the left. But scroll of power. Just kind of like briefly brought onto the map there. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to work my way up to the left here. This is not great. So I'm gonna work my way down here. Manage. And then I take out that elite because that's what I am. I am elite. Minus 20 damage received. Dodging plants a bomb. Get gold as well as sell. Tactics and survival +1. I think the damage reduction is more important than 2 extra jumps in midair. It is more important than the downward smash burn the ground. I'd rather have the extra 10% damage because the damage stacks just incredibly as you're going through these stages. So I'm gonna switch and move. I was also look at that. Boom. So it seems like it's not. There's a cooldown on the bomb. These because I still have another one. Monster. But that's pretty rad that it's the attack sticks around after he dies. Ice grenade 5 minus 10% damage received. That seems worth it just for the increased damage reduction. Slowing after thaw 4x longer is cool, but I think I'd rather get minus 10 plus, yes, as someone noted, double worms. Welcome to Worm City, baby. So what does that put us at? Minus 20, minus 30, minus 50, right? So half the damage being inflicted is being negated. Nope. It's a lot of DPS. 175% damage to a frozen target, 25% damage to a stunned target. It's acid dagger, 20. I'm in pretty good shape. Key. Gotta be close to the end here. Yep. Clock Room. Which I believe is the boss that I've fought. What? Ooh, I made short work of those elites. Don't come at me. I don't have a good phrase. I thought sometimes I come up with one. I already used the elite gamer one. Fucking wreck those fools though. Duplex bowl. We're calling it the duplex bowl. Shoots two at the same time. Colorless. Poison the enemy. There is damage to a bleeding target. Shoots an arrow behind you. Shots pierce the first target. I think I'm gonna stick with what I got. Although this is pretty hilarious. How does that one stack with my stuff? Let's see. Colorless poisons. This poison is fine. It doesn't stack. I don't have anything doing me bleeding. Arrow behind you is all right. I think I'm good. I just walked into that room and just wrecked everyone without getting hit, so I think I'm gonna stick with what I got. Certainly, I'm not getting any items from my lore. Rad. That was super good. Alright, I think I've looked at everything but over here. The only reason I'm bothering is because on the off chance that there's going to be another upgrade. Fire grenade. Nope. Zigzags. Nope. 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 That's all she wrote. Wait, hold on. that is truly the end of the game. Or the end of the game. Alright, we did it! Beat this area, and actually not as scary once I have a better sense of what to do. Alright, well, we're about to fight that boss. Which is cool. I guess. That's extreme. I bet that's super useful in a boss, actually. Alright, go to the bathroom before I fight this boss. Okay. Now my hands are slightly damp. Just look at that. Boom, boom. Dang. Alright, so let's think about this boss. What worked last time? Having 80% reduction of damage. Well, at least this time I've got 50, so it's not that far off, and I did pretty well. I have to get closer this time, because I have a weapon that's right up in it. Similar sort of strategy, using ice to slow him down, making sure to use the firebomb. Making sure, like, remembering that this is infinite. No cooldown on it. So, you know, using that, getting behind his back, and then getting good, as they say. Alright, here we go, gamers.
I'm the gamer. You are not the gamer. The chants are bad. So I need someone to write chants for me. Kick that guy's ass again. I don't even have to use that health. Fuck! Ah! That felt good. Heart is pounding. Ice crossbow. No man, we're not moving on from what we got. This is OP. Sound Crate unit, we just witnessed the most powerful gamer of all time. Well, we made it back to the last level again. Throw up your G's in the chat, please. Throw your G's in the air if you were a true gamer. Yeah. We're reclaiming the term G unit. I like that. Alright. Tip for Patrick on this area. Don't smash your watch onto the ground. I know you're buying a new one this year, but you don't have to break it before you do it. If a room looks big and empty, it might spawn an elite enemy. Don't go in there. No, we're not. You're not going to be fighting elites. This is about progress. This is about getting further into the game. Seeing things that we have not seen before. Alright, so that guy's going to be able to attack me below. Send me to a scary area. I think one of the last times I just went into one of those and just like threw me into a battle. Where are we at? 12 and 10. I should probably just keep trying to do damage. Twin daggers. Plus 100% damage. Inflicts a critical hit on the third super strike. 1%. No, we can't take it because of 100% damage taken. And I don't know enough about the area to re-roll it. So I think we stick with what we have. Is he dancing there? This guy's no joke.
That looked like I really meant to throw that and bank that grenade off the corner. I did not. Like, part of the reason I like their grenades is because it introduces, like, an element of randomness where, like, when I'm tossing it, okay, if I get lucky, then, you know, I did exactly what I meant to do. But then there's also, like, an equal chance that I'm just going to end up, you know, throwing against the wall and bank it off and maybe I'll get something. That's part of the reason I like it. No. Yeah, okay. That's an elite room. Not touching that. We almost just got roped into same thing as last time. Ice grenade. Okay. Oh my god, we get to keep the worms! Enemies hit by this will thaw more slowly. Minus 20% damage. And we keep the worms. Woo! Ooh, baby, I will buy that grenade. Welcome, you are visiting Worm City. What is my dog barking at? Dog's just excited for... Hey, Pixel! Keep it down. Get a good run going. Male person is definitely not here yet. Key to the castle. Oh! Okay. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. One thing I really like with the enemy design in this game is that, I mean, yeah, so most of the time enemies have to be sort of like direct line of sight for you for them to do anything. But then it makes it like really fun and exciting when you encounter an enemy that does something completely different. Okay. Alright, Lance, get up here and come fight me on your own terms. Not gonna work. What do we got here? Minus 20% damage received. Extra jump in midair. Jumping on an enemy stuns it? Collects golden cells over an unlimited distance. I think that's better. Like 76 damage isn't like doing anything for me at this point. I also don't know what that like. I actually literally don't know what that means. Like, how does that work with the mechanics of the game? This is a weird time in the game to get something like that because like I'm not in a position to just like. Am I gonna have to, if I have to fight the elite enemies in order to get the crypt key, shit. I did not even notice. No! I'm a spider! I'm a spider! Shit! 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 This is scary, y'all. It's the other way to get into that elite room. You have to fight elites to get the castle keys. It's possible. That might be the way this works. Do it. I'm only doing it if I have to. Like, in no world, I'm worried that there are two elites. Hold on to my money in the event that I come across a vendor that sells health. That's another elite room! Okay, I feel like the game is communicating something to me. That's the one where I died before. I think I'm going to carefully explore.
least get that mage out of it. Thank you. Is that an Alucard? Oh, what's up? It's the blue room. Yeah, I get it. Not helpful. You know, would be some hidden meat, monster meat. Hurt anyone? Whoa. More health. Oh, green. What I really need is another room to choose from. Another room. Alright, well. I feel like the game has communicated loud and clear. You need to choose.
Don't think I'm gonna come across a vendor who's gonna. I think I should go fight blue because blue is who I. Question is, do I use? I think I can get right to the boss if I go to the other blue. Do I use my potion or do I hold on to it? Okay. Here we go, gamers. I don't even remember anything about this fight except being panicked and scared. So, here we go. Still don't want to spend on that because I'm afraid that I'm going to come across it. I can spend money on it. Alright, now the question is, which color do I go to next? I need two. Red or green? I don't like green as a color. Especially that green. I like red. Red is the blood of my enemies that I'm about to spill. Alright, I'm gonna go with red. And it's right next to the door. I also think I've already unlocked this path. I don't like both paths. I don't know how this one works. Alright, it's the big sip of water. I need the power of the G unit. I need a G in the chat. I need a G in the chat. Give me your G's. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thank you, my fellow G's. Gamers rise up. That looks like poison. Oh, that backstab ability is really fantastic.
Because it plays in... The reason it's so good... There's a lot of reasons it's really good. But one of the reasons it's really good is because it naturally plays into one of the abilities of the game. One of the other ones, the roll, right? So you're constantly rolling. And so, like, you have to... you have to roll to survive in the game. And so the Assassin's Dagger rewards skillful dodging. And then combined with freezing is just... I guess I'm surprised. So you'll notice that the Clock Tower boss, that there were occasional times when it resisted. So it has resistances to certain elemental types. I don't know how those work, because sometimes it would get frozen. I don't know if that was like it's on a cooldown, where like, hey, you just can't keep spamming freeze because we gave you an item that lets you spam freeze. Or, I don't know, or he blocked it, like maybe he had a shield. I wasn't following his visuals closely. But, specifically for like kind of the style of play that I'm going for at the moment, like the Assassin's Dagger is like a really rewarding setup. Alright, well, I'm clearly not going to bother with that, but that's cool. There's a third room if you want to go fight the third elite. I should have cleared the map. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. I didn't clear. Get a third, Austin in the chat. Get a third health vial, sure, with my not 223 vials. But yes, that is probably worth investing too, especially with low many. Nothing I'm gonna reforge. No mutations I'm gonna mess with. It would be convenient to have that third health file now. Alright, well I presume this is the last boss. I don't know what to expect. I'm nervous. I feel good about the fact that we made it to this level last time, and then I made it here successfully on the subsequent run. Chat points out a really, like, possibly really good, if this is the final boss, it would be worth resetting my mutations, dropping necromancy, because if I'm not going to fight another enemy, then I might as well get the 30% health boost. Alright, so I can reset my mutations. And I get the extra health. Yep. Good. Combo. I'm not gonna kill an enemy. It's just a boss. Some grenades. That inside. I don't know what else I would even go with. I don't have efficiency is not helpful. Ammo is not helpful. I'm keeping combo. All right. Okay. I just think this is the last boss. I could be wrong. I guess I could be halfway through the game. But I know that the runs of this game are supposed to be 30 minutes to 60 minutes. And so it makes sense that mine would be roughly double. Or like 1.5 times that, considering I'm still pretty new. Here we go.
Sweating. Damn! Damn. If I had the third health potion, I had it. I thought if I jumped over his ground pound attack that you'd be fine, but as it turns out, you needed to wait longer. I needed more patience in order to avoid the hit from it. Fuck. Yeah, I needed that third potion, and then I would have been... I had it. And yeah, more damage. I could, if I had more health, I would have been fine. If I had more damage, I would have been fine. With that boss, tough. The assassin's daggers don't, do as much blunt damage as you would like. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. It sounds like there was a spike in viewers as I was taking out the final bit. Sure seemed like the king was still there, but that boss was hard enough that there must be some sort of respite in between if you have to fight the second boss. But thanks everyone for watching. That was my 4th time playing the game. I feel really good about the progress we have been making, and the different techniques we're picking up along the way, different bits we're realizing about how the different systems of the games interact. So tomorrow's Thursday, yet another run, one more run of Dead Cells. So we're doing another daily morning run around 11 a.m. ET. You can follow me at Patrick Klepek on Twitter. You can follow Waypoint stuff at waypoint.advice.com. You can follow Twitter, Waypoint on Twitter. I'm shaking. My hands are shaking. Follow Waypoint on Twitter at Waypoint. On Facebook at Waypoint Vice. YouTube at Waypoint Vice. You can see this archives immediately at twitch.tv/Waypoint. So that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm going to go lie down for like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to write up 1,200 words about a video game called We Happy Few, which look for that tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please spam the chat with G. You are my G unit. The G unit will return tomorrow.